Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Aired Out podcast on this beautiful Monday morning. I want to thank you for tuning in. Fly on the Wall Productions bringing it to you live on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, we are streamed everywhere you get your podcasts on the web at airedoutvt.com. Good morning. Looks like it's going to be a cloudy start. 63 degrees right now in the Granite City. A marginal risk for some severe weather, so says NBC 5 this morning. Cloudy skies to start out. Maybe picking up with some rain showers as we move in through this afternoon. A stray shower, a thunderstorm is certainly possible and maybe even likely. I think we're going to kind of get a better idea as we move through the next couple of hours. But mid-70s for the daytime high today, 56 with clear skies tonight, some foggy, damp conditions out in the motorcycle last night and was just soaked with the fog. 56 degrees for the low tonight and then tomorrow and Tuesday. 81, going to be beautiful. It's going to be just nice on your Tuesday. So here we go. The Vermont Road Construction Report for the week is already posted up. Raylene got to that first thing this morning. So I know that there's a little tangle up, an accident, I think, in Winooski. So Winooski, Colchester area, I think traffic is moving very slowly on the interstate from what I've just been told. Happy birthday today. We have to give a shout out to a guy who's going to be on the air with us 2 weeks from today. Can't wait. Bon Lafayette, 25 years old. That young chap. Can't wait to have him on the air. Met his dad this weekend. It's going to be amazing. Bon Lafayette, 25 today. Josh Bailey is 21. We have Danny Doyle on the list today at 41. Christine Peterson, Jana Jenkins, Matt Perry, James Litchfield. I'm looking here. What else do we have? Jen Hardacre. Jacob Larson, happy birthday. Jason Gibbs on the birthday list. And Tim Campbell Sr., happy birthday to you, Timmy. Hey, shout out this morning to Washington County Mental Health, one of our presenting sponsors. I think most of us know by now that they certainly embrace individuals living in our community suffering from mental illness and a whole long list of other things. It is such an important organization. They've been around for nearly 60 years with person-centered care, and we are so blessed to have them part of our team. From prevention and wellness to assessment and stabilization, they are here to help. They cover it all. There is a full list of career opportunities at wcmhs.org/careers. If you wouldn't mind not only hopping on that site, but also telling your family and your friends about it, because they are always hiring. Got out to the I don't know why, I'm still a little bit sore. Got out to the Great Vermont Corn Maze with my plantar fasciitis and my bad knees, and I don't know how many hours I was in that corn maze up in North Danville. At least 3. And Mike Boudreau and Dana, the owners up there, were making fun of me that it took me so long to get through the scenic maze. So whatever. I mean, but the weather was just perfect. I threw a couple of pictures up on Facebook. Also got out to the Caledonia County Fair, which was just amazing. It is so nice to get up to that fair and just ran into some old friends and just did it all. The roasted corn, the rides, and everything. We just had such a nice time. We have, of course, Labor Day celebrations that are on the horizon here. We're going to be talking a lot about Northfield this week. And, of course, Mr. G, Northfield's unofficial mayor, is going to be picked up by Nick Sweet. It is going to be a great parade. I look forward to it. Sunday, September 1st, will be here soon. That's the New World Festival. 32 years that Vermont has been hosting this Celtic and French-Canadian music and dance festival. It is going to be incredible with 5 stages. Starts at noon and goes until 11 p.m. It is going to be awesome. There is so much on the community calendar. I've got 2 very good friends that are with me, sitting right across from me this morning. Matt and Bessie, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How the hell are you, man?
Good.
You guys look like $1 million. You
I
look
feel like $1 million.
Do you? You look like you've
Yeah.
had like 10 hours of sleep and you're just like refreshed, ready to go.
Yeah, good.
I was with you guys last night. We had a little powwow, and man, there is so much to talk about with the Green Mountain Reggae Festival. I don't even know, like, where do we begin? The full lineup has been, since we chatted last, since you both were in here last, the full lineup has been announced, and even the daily schedule of what's happening on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, September 6, 7, and 8. Whew.
Yeah.
How are you guys managing all of this? This is crazy.
How are we I don't know how, but it's being managed
Yeah.
actually really well.
Yeah, we've
And
Yeah.
you go ahead.
Yeah.
Talk about the management.
Well, I mean, we've got some good people on our team.
Yes.
Right now, it's actually one of the first time I've ever actually delegated out for an event like this.
Yep.
So, like, Bessie's handling healing stuff, the healing village, the wellness village, and like artists hospitality. I've got another friend, Dylan, who's been handling all the vendors, and he's been really, really killing it.
Yeah.
We've got pretty insane lineup of food vendors and craft vendors coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the management end is just, I don't know, just keep doing it. Just keep
Jeez.
doing it. And I've got Ben handling the social media.
Yeah.
You with the public relations with, Vermont and around.
You have to delegate with something that's this massive. I mean, there's no way this can be a one-man show here. It's
Right.
impossible
Right, yeah. To make it work. Yeah.
to make it work right.
I've done it
Yeah.
before by myself, and it didn't work. So,
Yeah. How many years has Rooted Entertainment Solutions been doing stuff like this, putting shows together, producing them?
Producing our own shows, probably 17.
Wow.
2017, yeah. Like, started in 16 as just like production, and that's mostly what it was up until about 2018, and then started doing things, and it progressively got more and more. And
What are some of the things that you have learned, both of you, with pulling off an event like this? I mean, this is absolutely tremendous.
yeah,
It'd be one thing if it was a couple of hours, but this is a 3-day festival with a ton of artists.
yeah. So the running it's easy, actually. Like, honestly, like
Yeah.
day of.
Yeah. It's plug and play at that point.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I've got a crew of people for the most part I've been working with since the inception, or, over the course of a few years. We've got some really good guys. I mean,
Right.
I've run 3-day festivals with 3 stages on, a skeleton crew, and it just
Sure.
was great. Like, that part's relatively easy. It's letting everybody know about it. Like,
Yeah.
trying to find the outlets to let everybody know that it's happening. 'Cause
Sure.
there's just so many little micro demographics out there, geographic
Yes.
demographics out there. That's
Yeah.
just hard to hit them all, and everybody's got their own thing that they look at for
Sure.
information. So that's
Right.
the difficult part.
When this hit just our page, just the aired out page, when I dropped it, it was like hitting a bee's nest with a tennis racket. I mean, all instantly people reacted, and the biggest reaction was, "It's back, the Reggae Festival." And of course, people are citing their memories in Johnson and Hardwick and North Beach, I think it was. But this is something that's totally different, though. This is something that you guys have hand created.
Yeah, I mean, the idea behind it's still the same, getting together and, love and community to
And great music.
celebrate with music. Yeah. I mean, with reggae especially, the message is in the music, and everybody comes to celebrate that.
Sure.
And, there's a lot of other things going on too. Different wise, it's set up more like your festivals are now. With 2 stages firing opposite of each other, no overlapping music, but music all day. I don't know really how. I'm pretty sure they had 1 stage. I don't really know. I never went, and there was so many inceptions in different spots. But obviously, it's not free. But it's really, really hard to pull off something for free without the sponsors.
Of course.
Hoping as the years go on, we get better sponsors and prices can stay affordable.
Yeah.
But yeah, different, very family oriented, I guess and I'm not saying the other one wasn't, but I've heard, when it ended, it had this stigma about it of not being so family friendly.
Yes.
We've got, a children's tent separately from the grounds, on the grounds, but like this area where the kids can go with the parents and games and activities from arts and crafts. There'll be workshops, from yoga to hoop classes for the kids and coloring book creation and stuff like that.
And to find the people to man all these stations is...
They've been just coming out of people are hearing and we want to help. What can we do?
It's been amazing, the people that have kind of shown up, and
Yeah.
that just people from kind of throughout my life.
Yes.
And people
Inga's
that...
one of them, right? She's kicking
Inga's
ass.
one of them, yes. Inga and Emily and Mindy and Sheena have been really just like knowing that these people are going to be there to help me, and they're like always just reaching out and like, hey, what can I do? It's like so helpful and such a relief, and really inspiring to know that we've got like good foundation.
Yeah. And I've said this I think every time that I've had you guys on the air, I think I've said the same thing here, not to beat the same drum, but it's like when I've experienced live reggae at your shows, I mean, the whole time in my mind, I'm thinking, man, my kid would absolutely love this. So much. I mean, there's so much vibe. There's so much positive energy that's coming off the stage, and I think it's incredible that you guys are going to just welcome everyone. You're going to say even kids, just come and enjoy this.
Especially kids.
Yeah, it's all about. Yeah,
we love the kid vibe.
Yeah, and it's
totally.
A lot of it is. When you're building something, like it's got to start at the beginning.
Sure.
That's where we start. So hopefully we can, keep this, the fans of reggae and new fans of reggae bringing, all the children and, bringing everybody and just.
Sure. We had a lot of questions about with regard to that, about with kids and consumption and all that stuff. How is all that going to unfold for the Green Mountain Reggae Festival?
So,
yeah, what do you mean?
For consumption, if the folks are smoking, is that going to be like a?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's private property.
Yeah.
I mean, there's alcohol. There's going to be alcohol. So like,
right. You have vendors there.
With me, I have a hard time.
Sure.
We can do this, but we can't do this.
Yes,
and like
of
the
course.
damage that this does, and like find me damage that this does.
Right.
Like where do you ever see anything negative coming from?
Sure.
From pot or cannabis, without it being someone being busted for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
know.
There really isn't anything. Like there's just the science proves it,
Sure.
and I have nothing against people drinking. We're going to have some really great craft brewers on site, local. As for the consumption, we've got to follow state rules. We will do that.
Yeah.
Bringing it up with the kids, like they're not my children, so I'm not raising people. But like, if you are allowing them to be around people drinking alcohol and not smoking cannabis, like, we need to have a conversation with somebody about it, because like,
great point.
Like it's way more damaging to all parts of life. No, I don't think children should be smoking. Before
Sure.
consenting age of 21 or whatever it is, but because there's growth and damage that happens there. But as for like out in public at a festival, people are walking around with beers in their hands and smoking cigarettes. Like,
of course,
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still looking into the legality of all of this stuff, but it is not on public property. So, it doesn't, most of the non-consumption laws don't apply. But, we're going to be, just like with everything with the festival, just be respectful and not necessarily discreet. We don't need hiding it, but let's not.
And I don't think you guys need to even think about that. I mean, look at the Green Mountain Smokeout. How amazing that was!
Yeah.
It was unreal. I mean, everybody is connected and respectful. It's incredible, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this. So much looking forward to it.
The other thing too with the cannabis is this wouldn't be happening without cannabis companies. Winooski Organics.
Winooski Organics, yeah.
Stone Leaf Cannabis and your very own Forbin's Finest.
Right here in Barrie.
Forbin's. There are the main money, the sponsors coming from them to make this happen.
Sure.
It wouldn't be possible without them. When we're, it's not a lot, but it's enough to get it rolling.
Sure.
We're trying to keep this as grassroots as possible and stay away from corporate stuff. I mean, hopefully next year we can get into some bigger companies sponsoring it to make it a little easier to run.
Yes.
But so I mean, the whole thing wouldn't be happening without cannabis.
Of course. The fact that this is the first, is this going to be an annual thing?
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
It has to be.
Right out of the chute here. I mean, this is year number 1. This is unbelievably impressive, this line. I don't know how you're doing this lineup here, bud.
Honestly, some of them reached out to us once we started reaching out to artists, people that booking companies. And then another big card we have to play is, the legendary Sidney Mills.
Yeah.
From Sundove, who's been in the,
Steel Pulse.
Yeah, he was in Steel Pulse for 30-something years. He's reggae royalty,
yes,
and
he is.
Uncle Sid, everybody just, he's the man. And, Culture, Meditations, Carlton Livingston, the OG reggae artists that we have coming here are all a result of him being able to pick up the phone and call Kenyatta Hill on his cell phone. And I think he was in Brazil, or I don't know.
Damn.
But so, Sidney Mills is huge part of
he is.
Bringing in the good stuff as well. And then the rest of it, like I said, just a network. A lot of them are friends. Half this lineup, we've known for years or a year.
Yeah.
Just, being on the road with Sundub and just booking shows and all of that. So, and, with working with Mystic as well, everybody's just falling in line.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mystic loves coming up to Vermont.
Yeah. Everybody loves coming up to Vermont.
Sundub. Big time.
Sundub.
Love it.
Who was just here? We just saw
Kotoko Brass.
Kotoko Brass.
Kotoko Brass.
Kotoko,
Yes.
I mean, it's just like people here are amazing. Welcoming, the scenery is amazing. The venues are always really cool for the most part.
We give them good food.
Yes, you do. You take very good care of them. That 420 show was something I'll never forget with Coyote Island. Oh my God. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. I think the first question I asked you when you told me that you're going to be doing the Green Mountain Reggae Festival, the first question right out of the mouth was, is Sundub in Coyote Island?
Yeah, for sure. In fact, it was literally all the bands from 420.
The 420
had already been penciled in for this because it's that's the start of the East Coast family, reggae family. I mean, there's so many more that we weren't able to get that are still a part of it, but this is something trying to build up, and that that 420 thing was a good start for it. And
there's going to be we're going to run down the list here of everyone performing, and we're going to give you a special offer this morning to get some tickets, greenmountainreggaefestival.com. But before you click on that and get your tickets this morning, hang tight because we're going to give you a special offer here in a second. But there's going to be we've got almost the full John Brown's Body.
The current incarnation of John Brown. Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I've got 3 artists that are what they call artists at large. So they'll be sitting in with hopefully everybody, but they'll be traveling around, bouncing back and forth between both stages, playing with whatever artist they, wants some horns on their section. And one of those horn players is TJ Shaper, and he is horn player for John Brown's Body. He's actually played with Dispatch, Giant Panda, and there's another bigger name I can't think of, but he's been around a bit. So I've got him, horn player from JBB, and then the Dub Apocalypse that we just booked. They're new. They replaced a band that had to pull out.
Yeah.
And all three of those members are currently in the lineup. John Brown's Body, Van Martin, Tommy, and Nate Edgar. So,
how did you feel when you found out that news?
Yeah, that was a huge one. Yeah, because Dub Apocalypse had actually been on our radar, but we just kind of, the spots that we have, there's a certain budget for each timeline.
Sure.
And we just assumed that we couldn't get it. But when we reached out, Van was stoked, to be a part of the lineup and willing to do it for that. And he's actually, I think, they're going to use all of the horn players for their whole set, so that should be pretty cool.
God.
And they've played with the Meditations before,
Yeah.
so I think there's going to be a ton of collaborations throughout the whole weekend happening.
Damn.
It should be wild because it's just this huge collective family of
Right.
artists that have been chilling for.
It's amazing to me that it's not like these guys are all rehearsing for weeks in advance. A lot of these guys, they just step up on stage and they know what to do, and the magic, literally, it's magic that comes out of these musicians.
Yep.
It's phenomenal. I just that's one of the big takeaways for me. As it sounds like these guys are all going to be rehearsing for weeks and weeks ahead of time, but no, they know what they're doing. Yeah. How did you get? And tell us about Culture. Tell us about some of these legendary.
Yeah,
acts.
so Culture, I've been around forever. The original lead singer, Joseph Hill, is since passed. Not sure why. It's been a little bit, but his son, Kenyatta, is singing, and from what I understand, and we just talked to somebody who just saw them. Oh, the Kodago Brass guys, one of the trombone players actually toured with them. So we saw them yesterday at a show we went to, the Kodago Brass guys, and he was telling us, Kenyatta Hill? He's like, sounds just like Joe. Just, I guess he's a spitting image of his father.
Wow.
And so, yeah, we're psyched about that. And then I didn't find out till afterwards. I knew who they were and legendary, but they played the 1978 One Love Peace concert in Jamaica that Bob Marley came back from Europe to play, and it was the whole thing. Premise of that movie, One Love, I think is kind of the that's the direction of what that was about. Meditations.
That was 78.
78.
All right.
Yeah.
And the Meditations. Go ahead.
Meditations opened that concert. They played it as well. So we've got two bands that played probably the most legendary show to ever happen in Jamaica, possibly with Bob Marley as well. They also are alumni of the original Vermont Reggae Fest. They've played it multiple times back when that was a thing here.
Yeah.
So that's another cool thing about them.
Damn.
Carlton Livingston, he's been around. He's a little dance hall, right? More dance hall, vibe, which fills this whole spectrum of reggae that we have, from original roots to the dance hall to what's considered, Cali reggae, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got some Afrobeat, the Brighton beat. We've got 5 horn players, so
oh my God,
the whole spectrum of reggae. So we're stoked.
And the EC Star All Stars. Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's another, legendary lineup.
I'm just looking at the list here. Mike Love, Mahali. Damn. How psyched were you when you found out that those guys were coming?
Yeah. Super. Mahali was one of the first ones on the list that we booked in the original 10 bands when it was supposed to be much smaller than what it is currently.
Okay.
Because he's Vermont, So it was obviously we needed him. And then Mike Love was something. It was originally a Saturday thing. That was going to be our Saturday headliner, and then they got back a couple of days later. We're like, oh, we can't physically get there in time from where we're coming from.
Sure.
With the way airports and everything work.
It's impossible.
So they asked about Sunday. And originally, we were like, nah, we don't really want to do that. But I mean, Mike Love is, he hasn't played in the Northeast in months, like 6 months. He's not playing again for another 3 or 4 after this. So hopefully, there'll be a chance for everybody to come see it. It's been a while.
All
since
Mike
he's been
Love
here.
fans in New England are going to be in Bradford.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah.
must be all very wonderful people.
God,
because,
I know. How could they not?
How could they not? Yes.
This guy Bon Lafayette, who's is a friend, even though I haven't even met him yet. He'll be on there with me in 2 weeks. Amazing singer. He's asking right now, can you get? And he's coming in from Texas to catch the show. He's saying, can you get days individually, or do you have to buy a ticket for the whole weekend? So let's answer that question.
So there's day passes. If you go on the website, everything's there. So we've got a 3-day weekend pass. You can get a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, any 3 days individually. There's also camping, tent camping available. There's RV camping. I don't know if there's any of that left.
Yeah.
We will be dropping some van camping spots, which are essentially RV without power and water hookups.
Okay.
A little later on, but yes, individual tickets are available on the website.
Okay. Let's jump more into the lineup here. Tell us about how it's going to start on September 6th. This is a Friday.
So Friday, I'm gonna kick it off. I don't have my cell phone, but it's kicking off Friday with Vermont's own. Actually, we got 2 Vermont artists kicking off the weekend.
Yep.
So Sada Sound.
Yep.
Will be playing as everybody's coming in and getting warmed up. We've got some workshops and stuff. We'll get to that. So Sada Sound, opening up the day as people are coming in for a couple hours, and then Vermont's Joshua West Band will be kicking off the stage.
Cannot wait.
And then I'm gonna have to get my phone.
I'm just looking at I'm pulling up my stuff here too, and there's just so much of it right now.
So there's I believe. So I know Meditations. There's somebody after Josh. Before I think it's Josh, Dub Apocalypse, Coyote Island, Meditations, Sundub, Easy Star.
Wow.
In that order.
What a start! Holy crap!
Yeah.
I would recommend coming for all the shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the.
I don't know how you pick a day.
Get it?
Exactly.
I know. How do you? And you guys are gonna be like living there almost like
Yeah, for sure.
completely.
Yeah.
I'm still looking here for the exact schedule, and of course I can't find it this morning. But we've posted it up, and we're going to again here. But here it is. Here it is. I got it.
Day drop.
I got it right here. Oh no! Of course I don't. I thought I did.
I don't know if the schedule with the times has.
The times isn't, but the who's playing and which days is. So
Oh.
yeah. So I got that right with Josh, Dub Apocalypse, Coyote Island, Meditations, Sundub, Easy Star on Friday.
Here we go.
In that order.
I've got it right here. Finally, look at that! Amazing. And Joshua West. I mean, I saw him at the Green Mountain Smokeout with you guys solo, which blew me away. Sounds like there's 20 people up there on stage.
Yeah.
Damn. And the fact that he's going to be with a band,
Yeah.
not missing that at all.
Some of Burlington's finest too.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a really great lineup. A couple of horn players, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's got pretty sure drummer from JBB is going to be playing with him.
Okay.
Tommy. And he'll have the horns, I think. The artist at large horns playing with him, so TJ.
Damn.
The other horns are Mike from Mahali Band, his saxophone player, and then one of our local favorites, Don Hollis, from the Bradford area is going to be the other horn on trumpet.
Yeah.
So we've got
What a
some
great
local-
guy he is, too.
Yeah.
He's so great.
He's so excited.
He's so excited. He's so passionate about music and connecting and community. He's just so great. He plays with everybody basically at open mic. And
Sure.
He always welcomes everybody that shows up and asks them how about their life
I
and
know.
makes them feel really comfortable. And
Yeah. We should mention the listening room over on Route 5 in Bradford is where your Tuesday open mic night starts at 7, I think, right? Goes till whenever. But it's always awesome, and you always have great food there. The taco show was there, slinging tacos last time. They'll be there tomorrow night too, right?
Yep, they're there every other week, every other Tuesday. The taco show is at the listening room.
Good time.
Yeah.
Good time. Great vibe too.
Yeah. No, it's great. And we inherited it. It's been going on for like 16 years.
Jeez.
It started at Middle Earth, which was a venue in Bradford that closed in 2008. It was quite a big deal.
Yeah.
And then this group of open mic people just been moving it around
Unreal.
as they can. Yeah.
Unreal. So Friday, September 6th, EC Star All Stars, Sundub, Coyote Island, The Meditations, Joshua West Band, Adria Joy. Or is that...
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Adria Joy is not
Okay,
going
she's not
to
able to
be.
make it.
Yeah, she wasn't able to. She ended up moving. So
Okay.
we that's the Dub Apocalypse. Is
Oh,
taking
yes.
her
Okay,
spot.
got it. And Sada Sound.
Yep.
All right. That's Friday.
Friday. Yep.
I'm good. I'm telling you right now, when I see Sundub on there and Coyote Island, I am going to be tired on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be tough to pace myself. But music doesn't start until what time on Saturday?
Saturday it starts at. We're starting a little earlier, about 1:30. Somewhere's
Okay.
in there. Another.
Enough time to get a
Yeah,
little nap
Get a
in, right?
nap in. Get up in time for community yoga,
Oh, yeah.
which we're doing each morning in front of the big
Jeez.
stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Different yoga.
That is so cool.
And there's a number of healing opportunities in our wellness village. There'll be sound meditations, so the wellness village is going to be like kind of a way. It'll be even in a more quiet, or the same as the children's
Yeah.
area.
A little
No.
bit more isolated.
Yeah. So there'll be sound healing, meditations, Reiki, shamanic energy work, intuitive readings, palm readings. There is Muddy Gnomes is he has a portable ice bath unit that he comes around, and he'll be there Saturday with his ice bath. He coaches people on how to do ice plunges and
Breathing and all that
breathing and all that, and he makes it really fun.
Absolutely love that stuff.
Yes, isn't it awesome? So,
Incredible.
yeah, and 3 different yoga teachers, hula hoop, yoga therapy, and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Who knows? These people have been reaching out that are just so
Isn't that awesome?
special and amazing, and
Love
tell me
that.
their story, and we make friends, and it's going to be really amazing.
I'm hearing and learning more and more about acupuncture and sound healing than I ever have before. Just over the last 2 years, that there's and Reiki or Reiki,
Reiki, yeah.
Reiki, just that how profound it can have an impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So this is so we're going to start the day Saturday with that.
Yep, there'll be yoga every morning. Each day it's a little different, depending on the timing of the day. But the schedule will be up. The actual physical schedule will be up later this afternoon with the times and for everything.
Wow.
But yeah, we'll start every morning with community yoga, and then there'll be yoga classes throughout the day. And the healing, there's going to be a tent in the healing village, the wellness village, that they'll be doing all of these workshops and stuff in throughout the day.
Amazing. This is so far beyond just a music festival.
Right. It's an experience
For the whole family.
For
Yeah.
the whole family. Yes, and I don't know, healing, so yoga has always been a part of my life, and and live music only really like I've gotten, seen a lot of live music in the last 2-3 years or so.
Yeah.
And how healing and yoga and live music come together is just, like, that's where it's at. So
Incredible.
it's going to be very magical.
Now, does Matt do the yoga?
He does.
How does he do?
I mean, I think people tend to think that yoga has to be hard and challenging, but
Sure.
it doesn't have to be. So he does really well at his style of yoga.
I have had so many people tell me over the last couple of years that I need to do yoga to help me with my balance and stretching my ridiculously bad joints and soft tissue and just.
Well, if you can call it, if you call it something else like mindful movement or stretching, you don't have to call it yoga. Then you'll be able to do it.
If I'd known about yoga back in school when I played soccer, like
the difference it would.
The difference. I never stretched. I went, right out and just did the thing, and it'd be because I started in 2020 when I really started yoga, and like it's definitely changes things for sure. Yeah, it makes life a little easier in multiple ways, but physically it's wish I'd paid attention and known about it a long time ago.
All of the science behind it, what happens to what is it? The lactic acid that moves out of your joints and stuff. All that stuff is fascinating to me.
Yes. Well, it keeps your joints lubricated.
Exactly. Naturally. So
strengthens.
Cool. It's so great. It's so
lengthens and strengthens your muscles and all the. It makes you present. So you're in your body. So we're so often just out floating around in our thoughts and not being here on earth, with our feet on the ground and our hands on our lap and our. Yeah,
so true.
For me, that's the most beneficial part of yoga is just being in my body.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump into Saturday after yoga. How are we shifting gears?
So we'll start again with a DJ, vinyl DJ, reggae DJ, the Night Nurse out of Brooklyn. Yeah. She's been around for a bit. She runs a radio station down in, or at least
I checked her out.
Yeah. Great vibe, really great, music that she spins. We know them through working with Sundub down in Brooklyn and New York City. So they're coming up to do that. And then, I should know this, and then again, another Vermont artist, Solstice, out of... Actually, I think they're all over the place, but Johnson area and St. Albans, I believe, kicking off Saturday.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're high energy, very crowd oriented and interactive.
I've heard them do some Steel Pulse, and they do an outstanding job.
Yeah, that really should be interesting. I wonder if we could get.
I know.
Yeah. Hold on, give it back here. So and then.
Vaporize.
Nope. That's another one that's been switched out.
Okay.
Vaporize is actually coming on Sunday as another incarnation of the band. The Baked Potatoes, Pat Tato and the Baked Potatoes are playing Sunday.
Okay.
That is mostly members of Vaporize. So we've actually Jarif and the Jai and I movement are playing on after Solstice on Saturday. So they're out of the Boston area as well. We've got a lot of Boston representation.
Wow.
He's actually an artist I've been speaking with. He called originally about Vans back in the spring, and that's how we started talking.
Really?
And then we know all the same people. He knows Mighty Mystic very well and all of them, and the Brighton Beats there. Yeah, and then, oh my goodness, I just realized we've got 3 Boston bands right in a row on Saturday. So Jarif, and then the Brighton Beat. Yeah. Brighton Beat's like an Afro beat, with reggae adjacent. But I think there's 4 horn players, 3 or 4 horn players. So they're really great. And then Soul Rebel Project is a Boston-based band as well. Definitely a roots reggae feel. And then Coralton Livingston is playing. This is definitely a lot of dance hall style reggae, and he'll be backed by Sundub.
Yeah.
As his band, which they've done a few times this summer, so they know the material. We've been doing it, and then after Carlton, we've got Vermont favorite Mahali playing his looping set with, I imagine Mike Oman will sit in. I imagine it'd be a big old rotating cast for him. He's usually really great about let's do the thing. So
oh my God,
hopefully that happens, and maybe he'll be hopefully sitting in with a few people as well. After Mahali, we have Mighty Mystic ending out on the Stoneleaf stage, and then Culture ends the night at 9:30. Yeah, it's pretty action packed.
How late do you think music will be going?
Probably 11. There's a little room for, if things tend to go. I mean, we should hit times perfect, but if Culture decides to go a little longer, we have room for that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But 11 is the planned finish. That gives an hour and a half for the headliner.
All right.
But there's room. So we'll see what happens. And there's working on some other, late night chill things that can be available for campers and stuff afterwards as well. But we'll bring it down. There won't be anything on the main stages after the headliners on Saturday. So we've got some acoustic style stuff planned.
And then what's Sunday morning looking like?
Sunday morning, we open up with the yoga again, and then we've got Boss Root sound system. It's John DeCarlo from Mighty Mystic. He's the guitar player. It's one of his projects. And it's a collective of different artists, so it's going to be, collaborations, people coming in and out throughout the morning and working with him. So that'll be pretty interesting.
Okay.
And then we've got the Baked Potatoes will be up after that. In between them and then the Medicinals will be playing, but in between the two of them, so after Baked Potatoes, it's going to be kind of a surprise set. Mm-hmm. That we're working on.
Yep.
That we'll release a little bit, hopefully by the end of the week, once we get it completely figured out.
Okay.
And then the Medicinals coming in from Rochester, New York.
God, those guys are amazing.
Dylan Savage from Giant Panda, Gorilla Dub Squad. That's one of his side projects. I know quite a few of the members from being from upstate New York myself, so I'm looking forward to them. I'm glad they reached out about playing. So
damn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then finishing it off with Mike Love.
Wow.
So, which should be really great. Bringing it down,
Yeah.
leaving there on a really, really great vibe.
Yeah.
So.
You just mentioned Giant Panda, who was the headliner for the Green Mountain Smokeout, which just, I don't know, hearing those guys just blew my mind. Mm-hmm. October 11th, they're coming back to Vermont with something that Rooted Entertainment's doing.
Yeah. Plug that quick. We got
Thank you.
We'll be selling tickets. We'll have some tickets at the festival. We'll have a booth for just that.
Okay.
Hoping we can get a couple of the members of Giant Panda to do some little meet and greet stuff with it and sell some tickets. But they're coming October 11th, 20th anniversary tour. Only stop in New England. Next closest one is going to be Philly or Ithaca, New York. So, it'll be not the only chance. You could always drive, but it's, something like 6 hours both ways to either one of those. So, we've got them, and they're coming with Josh Henrich and
Signal Fire.
Okay.
So,
Is Lily going to be able to catch that show?
Yeah, it's all ages for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, everything we do is all ages outside of the Smokeout.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah, Sherilyn's freaking out about that.
Yeah, no,
I'm freaking out about that one.
They were so great. I love, that
you?
Smokeout was
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
one of
So special.
Yeah, for sure. The Smokeout was definitely
Yeah.
it was like that last year. It was just something really special.
I was sitting next to my buddy Chris Massey, who's he's asking exactly where that is again. That's at the Fairleigh Town Hall.
The October one?
Yeah.
It's Fairleigh Town Hall. Beautiful. It's really, really great venue.
Yeah.
Balcony, stage. They have all the in-house lighting and everything. It's really, really great. We've been doing shows there for a little over a year now.
And Chris and others, make sure you're following Rooted Entertainment Solutions on social media so that you can see the poster on that and everything. Those guys, I don't know what the hell they're doing on stage, but it is just pure magic. What you're hearing is unbelievable. That lead singer, the way he plays the bass and sings at the same time, he's on two different planets.
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
Literally at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that. I can't wait. I mean, this is something where, I've been telling Sherilyn for months. I don't care what the hell's going on. I'm not missing this. I'll be in. If I lose my leg, I'll be in Bradford at the fairgrounds for this show, for this festival, no matter what. Let's talk about tickets here. We're going to make a special offer for our listeners. But again, the bottom line is GreenMountainReggaeFestival.com is where you want to go to get tickets. Highly recommend that you get the full weekend pass. What's the price tag on that?
So the weekend is $130 for all 3 days.
Okay.
There's separate camping opportunities that you can get 10 sites and stuff like that. But the ticket for all 3 days is $130.
Okay.
Friday is $50. Saturday is $60, and Sunday is $40.
Okay.
Based on the amount of artists that we're hosting, which is, most of these artists would be $25 to $30 to go see one, so it's a pretty good deal for 5 or 6.
You've had some great media representation here. WNCS, The Point. You've had Goddard College with you, running commercials and doing a great job promoting this. Also, 7 Days should be coming out Wednesday.
Yep, they're a partner, one of our media partners in this. So yeah, they're a part of it. They've been helping us out with the advertising.
Yeah.
So they're I feel a big reach in Vermont when it comes to entertainment.
That's right.
For sure.
And keep your eyes on the Journal Opinion, the Valley News. They're doing a lot of stuff too.
Yep.
Let's talk about what your offer is for our listeners right now who haven't yet purchased tickets. Here's a chance to save a couple of bucks. What do we do? I've got the code right here in front of me. But
okay. Yeah. So code. Aired Out Reggae.
Aired Out Reggae.
All one word.
Yep.
10% off.
Yep.
Any of your total purchase. It's 10% on the tickets. The camping it's pretty cheap already, so we didn't do that. But 10% off weekend passes, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday passes.
Okay. How is camping doing so far? Do you still have spots?
Yeah, there's
left?
camping. Yeah, we've got a lot of campers, but we've got a ton of room, so that's not gonna. I think the RV passes might be sold out, but the tent camping is still available, and we're gonna be tonight releasing the van camping and also car camping options as well for people that want to just sleep in their car.
Yeah,
don't want a tent,
because
the tent is separate from the parking lot for the campers because we don't want cars where people are sleeping on the ground. More or less.
Looking ahead here and looking into the crystal ball and having a one-on-one conversation with Mother Nature, it looks like she's going to cooperate here long term. But if she doesn't, what's the deal? I mean, we're going.
It's a go. I can't imagine there'll be thunder and lightning in September, so that would be the only reason to stop it. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And food, plenty of food.
Yeah, so our food vendors.
Plenty of drink.
Yep, so food vendors, we've got I think there's 10 of them now. 10 food trucks ranging from, we've got handmade pizza, we've got the taco shell, we've got Jamaican cuisine, the Caribbean out of Hanover. We've got a Irie Dutch Bakery, which is, we think, Jamaican Dutch Bakery, yeah. We've got a gyro falafel guy, Smash Burgers, the burger guy here, and what's that? Peace Burger here out of.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's
He was
really
part
great.
of the Heritage
Yeah.
Festival.
We've got the Aladdin food truck out of Stowe, which is Mediterranean. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, barbecue. We got
Okay.
the barbecue guy out of Fairleigh, Vermont. GRP.
Okay.
That might be it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's a huge selection of craft and retail vendors as well, from tie-dye to ARC. We've got Wormtown Trading Company coming. They're big. They do like a 20 by 20. They're big in the festival circuit. They do a lot. They do their own shows. We've also got we just found out sitting here, Dr. Remedies Necessities, which is another big touring vendor that goes to all the shows. He's another 20 by 20, and then a bunch of local craft. Wow. People coming from it all over the place. Yeah.
And the music is just going to be going just.
Yeah. And
you'll be able
everything's
to
in
walk-
front of the
yeah.
music. There's no, other than the Healing Village, the Wellness Village, everything's out in front of both stages. So no matter where you are, you're not going to miss the music.
You'll hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. This is something else, man. Do you already have ideas on next year, or is that
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah, I can't stop that.
Of course
I
you
can't stop
do.
that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we started planning a few months ago, but it's like to be able to plan for a year sounds amazing. Because we always think you have enough time, and doesn't feel like enough time when it gets closer. So
Yeah. Wow.
no, we are we have our stuff together pretty well. So
Do we need any more volunteer help? And if so, what's that look like? How?
we are accepting volunteers still. I'm not sure when that's we're gonna cut that off, but you can email Corey
Yep.
at rootedentertainment.com.
Okay.
CORY.
And if it's easier, you can go to the website, and there's a link. You follow the Get Involved link,
Yep.
and from there you'll find a link that says volunteers.
Okay.
You can volunteer, vendor, or healer links,
Okay.
or sponsor.
And I'm gonna post that graphic up here.
Okay, great.
This morning again. But what else? Vendors. Do we need more vendors? How are we doing in that
I mean,
department?
people feel free to reach out. We
got room.
Yeah,
There's lots of room. So yeah,
We love how
we've got a good stack.
yeah. And if there could be something that just is synchronistic and it's just
Sure.
gonna work out and be the perfect fit.
Sure.
So feel free to reach out. We totally are open to ideas and.
What's the best way to reach out? Info at Rooted Entertainment.
No, if you go to the website, is the best way. Everything's on there. If you want to be a vendor, click the vendor things. We've got different people handling the different things. So like Dylan's handling vending, and
Okay.
she's handling the wellness, and then
GreenMountainReggaeFestival.com.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. It's the easiest thing to remember instead
Sure.
of trying to remember someone's email. But yeah,
Sure.
if you go to Green and then volunteers, you click on it, Corey will get a message and he'll get right back to you. So everybody's, it's the best, definitely.
What about sponsors? What about anyone that's watching, listening right now that says, "I'd love to throw my hat into the ring here."
Yeah. There's still advertising and sponsorship opportunities for sure. We'll always take that. There'll be, all of the sponsorship levels will have representation on site.
Yeah.
If that helps. But if you just want to, help us bring this, to
another level.
it's there's a lot goes into it. Waiting on people to buy tickets is nerve-wracking sometimes,
Yes,
right? So
of course.
anything we can get up front would help is amazing.
Yeah.
There's open up different. There's a lot of different levels. There's a few different levels of sponsorship, but reach out and would definitely love to talk about it.
Okay. We just had a suggestion a second ago that just came up that's one of my favorite bands too. So I mean, if this is something that you guys would consider in the future, this would freak me right out. Inner Circle. Apparently, they love coming to Vermont. So
They were reached out to and
Okay.
not available. Yeah.
Okay.
They were on the list for
All right.
sure. They're yeah, I know who represents them. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, that would be cool. Hopefully, yeah, next year is going to be a whole different thing because we have a lot more time to
Sure.
book it out. So we've already got like 3 bands that are penciled in for next year.
Isn't that something
we
else?
didn't get this year that are quite big. So
People are going to come from all over for this, all over New England.
yeah, we've got the ticketing company we use has a heat map to show where things are, and it's a strip from like Burlington to Boston. Just
Right. Isn't that something
yeah, we've
else?
got a few outside. We had a hit in like 3 tickets sold in Florida.
Wow.
So
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. Yeah, there's some in Maine too. They're scattered around, but there's this nice strip from
There's-
Boston to Burlington, more or less.
We have more sold in Boston than in Bradford.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
come on,
that-
Bradford people. Come
Yeah.
on, Barry people. We love you. Come buy tickets.
Jesus. I literally can't. This is going to be like Christmas.
The other thing
for
too
me.
is prices go up day of show.
Okay.
So don't wait to get your tickets because they will go up in an effort to get people to buy tickets early so we can plan accordingly for people.
Okay.
It helps a lot for any event if you go out and buy your tickets and don't wait to buy them at the door.
Yes.
It really, really helps the organizers and the
course it
venues
does.
plan,
Yeah.
amount of food, amount of security,
Everything.
of, everything that needs to go in. If we're waiting till day of and we don't know, then,
Yeah.
it's really, really hard. So like,
If folks want to stay in hotels, I'm imagining this is going to be a economic boost for Bradford.
Yes.
yeah,
But there's not a whole hell of a lot of hotels in Bradford.
you'd have to go down to West Leb.
Yeah.
There's a few hotel chains down there and then up to St. John's.
Yeah.
St. John's
Or Lake Moore Resort, or there's Airbnbs around all over Bradford, Corinth, and Newberry,
Yeah.
and then there's like Silver Maple Lodges in Fairleigh, and campgrounds, Winter River, I think, in Corinth,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
and multiple, so I think if you don't necessarily have to stay in West Lebanon, you can find a little
Sure.
country home around town.
Yeah.
Speaking of, highly recommend anybody coming in. Lake Maury Resort does have lodging. Happens to be a weekend because we're working with them. They're a sponsor.
Yeah.
They're helping us house, some of our artists.
Yeah.
And I talked to Mark, who owns the thing, the other day at his Thursday show, and
Yeah.
they have availability, which is rare for September. It just happens
Okay.
to be a weekend they don't have weddings. Highly recommend reaching out to them. And beautiful resort, pool, sauna, all that stuff
Sure.
there. And it's 7-8 minute drive to the
Yeah.
festival grounds.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And some of the bands are staying there, so you might get a sighting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make it exciting.
What was it like working with Mark this summer? His Thursday night shows. I saw you there for a couple of them. One of the highlights of my summer was seeing G Love do 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover.
I know, that was so good.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. I love his vibe. Yeah, he's such a sweetheart.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
That
My
was so
favorite
cool.
part was when he had the crowd saying, "World peace,
Yeah.
world peace,
Yeah.
world peace."
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was amazing. Anywhere there's great music, you're
Yeah.
both of you are right there.
Yeah, we got a call. I got a call like 6 a.m. one morning. It was after one of the floods.
July 11th
Okay.
was when you got the call.
Yeah.
Because the flood was the 10th.
Yeah, so it was right after that. Really,
This
bad.
last flood or the one exactly one?
The one in July, the one that was a year out.
Right.
Yeah, the exact
Okay.
year one. Yes.
Yes.
And their regular lighting director got stuck. He lived in Richmond, I think, and couldn't leave the town.
Yeah.
So I got a call from Catamount Arts, who helps Mark put this on, and went and we did the thing and ended up doing like pretty much every other. Like
Yeah.
We alternated lighting stuff,
Sure.
but what they've got going on is amazing. Catamount comes in with a really great team, sets it all up, breaks it all down. Like it just runs. The artists come in and don't really have to do too much. They get
Yeah.
some of them are like a 2-hour sound check. It gets
Oh my
pretty
God.
wild. They just keep going and going, learning new songs in
Yeah.
the sound check. Like
Wow.
it was crazy, but it was great. What Mark is doing is phenomenal, and like, being able to offer free shows like that to the public is really amazing. He's got a beautiful little spot.
Sure.
Rumor has it that he's really going to up his game next year. Not, I don't know how he could up it more. I mean, these bands that he had, like record company, still.
Oh,
it's been so long since I've seen them, and they just
destroyed it.
It was so great.
Makes
me want to put on a blues festival.
Yeah,
just to have them.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
How do I get them into my
I loved them so much that I almost ran for Hartford, Connecticut the next night. The very next night.
People that I met, and they weren't the only ones because they said they keep running into people. But I think they did 4 New England shows.
Yeah.
That 4-day run,
and then
there was people that were following them around.
Oh yeah,
Fish or Dad. I'm like, what?
Yes.
It's like they don't come out this
That
often.
was absolutely the highlight of my summer. As a matter of fact, Lily and I were having a conversation this morning as she was getting ready for her first day of school, and I said, what was some of the highlights of the summer? And she listed off a few, and that was one of them. Was that show? And it was just unbelievable. One more time on ticket sales. You guys are offering a special code here of a discount for Aired Out listeners and viewers right now. Aired Out Reggae, all together. Those words all together. Don't worry about caps. It's just Aired Out Reggae. So tell us one more time what that is.
It's a 10% discount on any of the day passes, either a 3-day pass, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So you get 10% off the total order. So if you want to buy 10 tickets, 10% off of 10 of them. So
or 10% off the whole 3-day pass.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. If you want to order 10 3-day passes, there's no limit on how many that are 10% off. So,
right. Wow.
Feel free to tell your friends. We want to get people there and tell them Aired Out sent you.
I'm going to drop it one more time. Not that it's not difficult to remember, but it's greenmountainreggaefestival.com. What else can you guys think of before we wrap here?
We hope everybody shows up, and it's going to be a really special and epic time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, vibe. Yeah. And, the artists are all, it's going to be collaborations. They'll be hanging out with people. None of these artists are above coming out and meeting the crowd and, being a part of the whole festival. There should be opportunities for meet and greet stuff. We've got a huge merch area planned. So there'll be merchandise from the bands in the festival all weekend, and be a spot to meet the artists when they're not playing.
And just bring some cash. Make it quick and simple if you want to get something.
Yeah, there should be. We're working on ATMs on site because it's spotty service for people to run cards. So we should have cash ATM machines on site.
Okay,
is the plan, so that we can.
We will have a water bottle refill station. Ooh. So bring your water bottle. We are looking. This year we haven't planned enough, but we're really promoting recycling, and we have the Bradford Skate Park is going to take our 5-cent returnables and make money from them. So awesome. We're going to really promote, and then composting and not throwing food waste in the landfill is another it's a huge goal of mine. My family owns and operates a composting operation, so we deal with a lot of trash and stuff. So and then making as little garbage to go in the landfill as possible. Right now it's not easy because of all the to-go containers and things like that.
Sure.
But we're not doing plastic cups. You can bring them in or whatever, but any of the beverages are going to be sold in cans.
Yeah.
And no glass allowed. And so I wanted to put that out. That is actually a passion of mine to try to really promote doing the right thing and working for our planet, and just making it easier for everybody to not have to deal with gross stuff. And I've got my friend Julia is going to be our little, I'm going to call her our waste reduction fairy. So she'll be bopping around asking people to remember to recycle and don't throw your cigarette butts on the ground and that kind of stuff. So along with peace and love comes taking care of our planet and
some
very
responsibility.
necessary. Yes.
Yeah, just do the right thing.
Exactly.
And plus, you know, we want to come back to Bradford Fairgrounds. You know, that's a great space. It's a huge space, and you need something that's got a lot of room when you're putting in artists like this. I mean, this is a huge production here. This isn't just some 2-hour show, one and done. This is a big thing. So, you know, gotta respect the fairgrounds.
Bring your reusable bottles and containers, and like try and strive for no single-use plastics or any of that stuff. So there'll be multiple water fill stations throughout the venue, so there'll be no lack of. We've got, you know, not to promote not drinking water, but we have some really great craft libations coming in for we've got Stowe Cider, Fiddlehead, Upper Pass, and River Roost will be our selection. They're each going to have, you know, 2 or 3 of their own. Yeah. So there'll be a great selection of that. We've got a big selection of non-alcoholic stuff coming in from, you know, this new craft mocktails, seltzers, you know, non-alcoholic seltzers, and craft sodas and stuff like that. Wow. We'll be bringing in, hopefully match just as many non-alcoholic options as there is alcoholic options as the plan.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. It's going to be, we've got a great team, great artists. You just, you know, bring your smile and good vibes and come have fun. Yeah. We'll do the rest.
The clutch is gonna, if it hasn't already, is gonna drop for both of you guys, and you're gonna be shifting into a different gear, I think, here real soon as we get closer and closer to this event. You're gonna be very, very busy, even though you have already been so busy. But we're watching things, we're paying attention. It's in the media. I would love to sneak you back on, even by phone, just catch you on the run, you know, for one last plug before we get up against September 6th.
Yeah, maybe we can get some of the artists to get on.
Would love that.
We'll talk to some of them just to let everybody know they're coming.
Would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, incredible. And, I mean, I'd love to interview Mystic sometime. It would be incredible.
That one's probably a little easier than some of the other ones, you know. Yeah. I speak to him quite often. Yeah, we bounce back ideas back and forth, and so he's a little more available. He does a lot of stuff on TV. He's got a great press guy. I mean, he's on television all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm
sure
not surprised.
He would love to get on this, and he's been on here before, right?
Yeah. Yes, he has a couple times. Yeah, by phone.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for everything you do, for coming in here this morning, and I love you guys to pieces, and I cannot wait for this event. This is going to be unbelievable.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all that you've done. Just so everybody knows, JD has been our PR guy, dropping press releases like crazy, hounding all the newspapers and the radio stations to let them know this is happening. They need to get it out there because I think we're going to make history with this one.
I think so too.
On resurrecting something that was really great in the state, and you know. We're doing our own spin on it, but it's essentially, you know, still love and community, and you know, through music. So
can't wait for it, man.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I love you guys.
It's beautiful.
It's incredible. Let's chat again real soon. All right, I'm going to connect with you guys here. We're going to throw you on the air, even if it's on the go here. All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.